Welcome everyone to the inaugural HD Hockey Classic here at the wonderful RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in downtown Newark, New Jersey. This is the New Jersey Devils practice facility and it is beautiful. We have an absolute barn burner coming up for you today as the Huntington's Disease Society of America takes on the Huntington Society of Canada in an international exhibition hockey game, with proceeds going to benefit the fight against Huntington's disease. Putting the game together has been a labor of love for both organizations, and it could not have happened without today's gold sponsor, Teva, today's jersey sponsor, Unicure, and today's event partner, the New Jersey Devils. Both HDSA and HSC thank the sponsors for their commitment to this game and their support in the fight against Huntington's disease. Also, you're watching today's game on Midnight Sports. Midnight Sports, providing live sports streaming wherever, whenever. As HSC and HDSA teams warm up, we have time to tell you that May is HD Awareness Month. Awareness may mean different things to different people, of course. For instance, for one person, awareness could be as simple as using the hashtag #Let'sTalkAboutHD, or understanding that Huntington's disease is a progressive, fatal, inherited genetic disorder that affects the physical, emotional, and mental capacity of a person. The symptoms can be like having ALS, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's diseases simultaneously, with their commensurate changes in mood, including depression, forgetfulness, and impaired judgment, unsteady gait, involuntary movements, slurred speech, difficulty swallowing, and significant weight loss. For others, HD Awareness Month is more personal. It's a time to let the world know about what has been termed the most common rare disease, affecting approximately 41,000 symptomatic Americans, with 200,000 Americans at risk of inheriting HD. In Canada, the symptomatic population is similarly proportional, with an estimated 5,000 or more Canadians with HD and a further 7,000 at risk of inheriting the disease. In both the United States and Canada, those numbers only grow when you consider how many people are affected by the consequences of the disease: friends, families, and colleagues. As such, HD Awareness Month is often a time for those linked to HD, or even those who are not, to help themselves or their loved ones raise funds for research and services to aid in the fight to find a cure. So as we sit here today to watch some wonderful, entertaining hockey, we are reminded of the honorable cause that this game benefits, and we are grateful to all the attendees and viewers worldwide. Speaking of today's game, the format is as follows. HDSA's and HSC's collection of professional and collegiate hockey players will play two 25-minute halves. If the teams are knotted up at the end of regulation, the game will then have a 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. Should the overtime period not decide things, the teams will then move to a 3-player shootout. Stick around at halftime, though, too, for highlights and a special interview with HDSA captain Jake Dow. We'll also have a chuck-a-puck competition where the winner will get a signed NHL jersey. As we continue to look in on warm-ups here, you'll be able to see that today's lineups are absolutely dripping with talent. For HDSA, the American forwards are led by Captain Jake Dow, a Stanley Cup champion with the Chicago Blackhawks, national champion with the Wisconsin Badgers, international champion at World Juniors in 2004, and a winner of the Fred T. Hunt Memorial Award for sportsmanship, determination, and dedication to hockey. Jake is known not only for his accomplishments on the ice, but also for his tireless pursuit of a cure for HD off the ice. Dow will be flanked by Boston David and Northeastern University alum Cody Fierro and Gustav Mueller, a Hudiksville, Sweden native. Expect some offense from this line, as Fierro was good for a point a game in the ECHL, and Mueller registered over half a point a game in his last season in his native country. The Americans will run a second line of Yale captain and Franklin Square, New York native Vin Hellemeyer at center, Sean McQuaid at wing, and Kevin Gumos at left wing. Their third line, the U.S. has the pride of Erie County, New York, Zach Nazareth, forward at Long Island University, centering Army hockey player Tim Quinlan. As the warm-up time ticks down here, though, we have to tell you about HSC's roster as well. On defense, Team HSC is led by two-time Stanley Cup winner, Captain Colin White. The New Glasgow, Nova Scotia native is a fan favorite here in Newark, having played 11 seasons with the Devils. after being drafted by them 49th overall in the 1996 NHL entry draft. Some of their viewers may remember that White also won the Memorial Cup with the Hull Olympics. Today's on-ice officials are Steve Shatkin and Christopher Coleman. The team trainer is Sarah Sample, and today's public address master is John Santamaria. A reminder that today's game is brought to you by Teva, committed to improving the lives of patients. For more information, visit www.tevafarm.com, as well as Unicure, a global leader in gene therapy. To find out more about Unicure, visit www.unicure.com. Once the ice is clear, we'll have a ceremonial puck drop. Jake Dow, Colin White, HDSA President and CEO Louise Vetter, as well as HSC CEO Shelley Redmond, as well as the national anthems. We'll turn it over to public address announcer John Santamaria now for those events.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House in Newark, New Jersey, home of the New Jersey Devils and the site of the inaugural Huntington Disease Hockey Classic. As today's matchup features the Huntington Society of Canada and the Huntington Disease Society of America. We would like to thank the following for their generous support in taking part in this incredible event. Our gold sponsor, Teva Pharmaceuticals. Our New Jersey sponsor, Unicor, and our partners, Midknight Sports and the New Jersey Devils. Our on-ice officials for today's game are Christopher Coleman and Steve Shatkin, and I'm your PA announcer, John Santamaria. Today's game will be played in two 25-minute halves with stop time. In the meantime, be sure to purchase 50/50 tickets and pucks for the intermission chocolate puck contest. The winning 50/50 ticket will also be announced at the first stoppage of play in the second half. Also, be sure to check out the merchandise table at the entrance. Thank you for your support in the fight against Huntington's disease. Let's welcome all of our players onto the ice for both of our teams today. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to welcome to the ice the Chief Executive Officer of HDSA, Mrs. Louise Vetter, and the Chief Executive Officer of HSC, Shelley Redmond. They will be dropping the ceremonial first out of the train. HSC our CEOs for this ceremonial function. It's your puck drop. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you if you're able to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the Canadian and U.S. national anthems.
It's time to put aside all the other debates. Timbits versus Munchkins, Bieber versus Gomez. And even if defenseman is spelled with a C or an S, it's time to settle it on the ice. Puck drop coming up next. Looks like the Shuett line is going to lead off for Canada here. We'll see who Brett Riley, the coach of the Americans, throws over the boards. And looks like Jake Dow's line is going to come out first here to take this draw. Shatkin's going to lean in, drop this puck, and we'll be off and running. There we are. Americans win that puck back to their own zone. Rob Scuderi goes back behind his net. The piece retrieves it there. Sends it on up through the zone. Canada comes away with it in the neutral zone now. HSC has it. Backhands it up through the neutral zone. They break on in. 2-on-2 here. First shot on goal. Nice save there by Brandon Perron. Now the Americans break out. They've got a 3-on-2 here if they hurry. Instead, some nice small area play there. Sees the puck go back up to the point for the Americans. Americans have it there. Throw one in on Puig. Puig, 2 saves very quickly in short order, and the Americans try and collect it there at the end boards. Unable to do so, though. The puck pops out to the high slot, and HSC comes away with it. Now they have their own 3-on-2. They dump it in, go for the line change here, 30 seconds into the first half. Perron tries to play it up to his teammates. He does. The Americans now look to break out in the midst of a line change. They gain center ice. Puck stays there as Dow buys time for his teammates to play it back. Full skill line change there for both teams. Early on, some good action. The Canadians try and take it out of the neutral zone. Instead, the puck pops into the offensive zone for the Americans, but they were off. So now the Canadians will play it back over to the far side. Work it up past their blue line and look for a fast break here. Canadians go forehand into the slot. Now in on net, no shot though. Nice back checking there by the Americans. Keeps that puck out. Puck does not escape the zone. HSC now looking for a shot on the forehand. HSC in quickly. Looks like that was number 3, Brian Sfino there for HSC. Puck, though, will come all the way back down to the Canadian zone, and Puig will stop it there for Spencer Varney. Varney works it over there to the far corner. The HSC looks to break out again. Some end-to-end action here to start you off, folks. Canadians now look to put one on net. Just misses wide. Oh, a deflection attempt there. Perron keeps that out. The Americans will collect and get it out of their defensive zone. Now again up through the neutral zone. The Americans are working hard here. Sean Escobedo takes the puck in to the offensive zone. Throws one into the crease. Nobody home. The Americans will have to recover at the point. They send another shot in. That's deflected wide. And now HSC goes to work at their own end boards to try and get that puck out. Got it on the forehand. Jake Geller streaking up through the neutral zone looking for a pass. Instead, the puck's dumped in to facilitate a line change. Perron has the puck on his stick, looking for a teammate to play it to. Saucers it over the stick of an HSC player. And the Americans come away within the neutral zone. Cosentino now throws that puck up. Canada comes away with it, but only momentarily. And the Americans will try and send that right back through the neutral zone. Canadians do come away with it. Turnover there, though, sees partial break here for the Americans, and the Canadians, some good stick work to keep that puck out of their own end. Come right back through the neutral zone. Just 2.5 minutes into this game. The Canadians look to have a wraparound shot. They throw one in. Perron equal to the task. The Canadians still have it in the zone. Throw it to some empty ice. Let the Americans go collect it over there. HDSA tries to lift that out of the zone. Bouncing puck does escape the zone, and now the Americans are on the move. At least long enough to try and get a line change out of this. Canadians recoil. Spencer Varney now has it on his stick. Sends it back to his defensive pair, John Dorio. Varney now again has the puck on his stick, gains the red line, throws it in on Perron. Perron goes back to collect that puck behind his own net. Again throws just a massive home run pass there. Now the Americans are on the break. The Americans are in all alone. Oh, forehand, backhand, forehand. The U.S. scores. That's Zach Nazareth with the first goal of the game. 21 minutes and 46 seconds still left here in the first half. And Zach Nazareth has the first goal for HDSA. You can see the break here, all in on alone on Puig. Puig had no chance there as Nazareth just goes right past him. Now the Canadians retreat to their zone. They've got the puck and look to break out through the neutral zone. Instead, they turn there and try and get some more forecheck in on the Canadians. Can't separate them from the puck, though. The Americans will just chip it out of their zone. Now the Americans are back on the break. Dow's got the puck on his stick, passes down low. Puck comes in on Fuig again. Fuig stands tall. He had the puck between the pads, came loose. Now the Canadians look to take that out of their zone. Canadians send that up through the neutral zone. Throw one in on Perron. Perron's there, though, with the glove. Has that puck on his forehand again, and again looks for that home run pass. Now the goalies are just playing catch, as Fuig sends it right back up through the neutral zone. The Americans will collect there. That's Kevin Schaefer with the puck, sending that over to his defensive partner. Schaefer again with the puck on the stick. Americans break out through the neutral zone. Oh, shot comes in on Fuig, blocks that one as well. Puck does not leave the zone, though, and instead Ken Scuderi sends that in on net. Nice little deflection in front. Fuig again equal to the task, and we'll get a stoppage in play just 4.5 minutes into this game. Folks, a reminder that today's game is brought to you by Teva, committed to improving the lives of patients, as well as Unicure, global leader in gene therapy. Americans win that faceoff, send it up to the far point. Now in the high slot, Americans turn, look to get something in on net. There's Chris Pedota there, sending one all the way across ice to the far circle. Now the puck comes to the end boards. Puck still at the end boards, batted around there a bit. Oh, one-time shot just missed there by Kevin Gumas. Bounced over his stick, and the Canadians are able to break out. They still have the puck. They gain the zone. It hits a skate. Now the Canadians will have to collect here to prevent some sort of breakaway from the Americans. Americans recoil again. Kevin Gumas has the puck, sends that all the way up. We're going to get a tip call there by Steve Shakin, so icing's waved off, and the Canadians will have to break out again. They do. They're through the neutral zone now. 2-on-3, but they're undeterred. Oh, they tried a nice little dangle around the Americans. Unable to complete the play, though, so the Americans are able to break out here. Americans do. Chris Pedota with the puck, sends that wide up to the point. Now the puck comes all the way back up to the blue line, and dancing through is Sean Escobedo right in the low slot. Oh, Fuig is getting a lot of action early, and just a wonderful save on that tip attempt by the Americans. Canadians break out, throw in on Perron. Perron sees that puck whistle wide of his net, and now the Americans try and come back down the other way. Instead, Brian Safino corrals the puck there, the far corner, looks to send it up to his teammates. He does. The Canadians again break out. Another 2-on-3 here. Canadians gain the zone. Throw one in on Perron. Perron stops that shot. Still 19:20 left to go here in the first half. And the Canadians send that tag up, that is. And we'll have an icing call here on the Americans. Defensive zone faceoff coming to Perron's right. Given that this is an exhibition game, it's like both teams are perfectly comfortable allowing each team to change lines after an icing, as it should be. Centers lean in. Americans win that with a quick kick from Jake Dow. Puck over. Now the Americans break out through the neutral zone. They've got the puck. That's Gustav Mueller there, right at the blue line, calling for the puck. Instead, the Canadians come away with it. Now they've got a 3-on-2, setting up shop here for a one-timer. Instead, the shot comes in on Perron. Perron drops the puck quickly, but not quickly enough for the referee's liking. We get a whistle, stopping play here. Just 6 minutes into this hockey game. HDSA 1, HSC 0. The Americans have a defensive zone draw. They win that draw over to the weak side. Now they look to come up through the neutral zone. Long pass, cross ice, is tipped, plays onside. 2-on-1 here. Nice defensive play by HSC, though. Cuts out that pass to the low slot. Instead, HSC comes away with it only momentarily, though. Jake Dell now has it on his forehand. He's at the dot. He throws a slick shot in on Fuig, who gets that glove up in time. Cuts out the near post. We'll have a stoppage in play again after a nice save by Ryan Fuig. Well, 18:33 left to go here in the first half, and Ryan Fuig, despite giving up the early goal, playing very well. The NYU left catch goaltender did beat Syracuse 3-2 this past October. He's feeling pretty good out there. Another nice save from the low slot. The Americans able to keep that puck in the zone, though, and it rattles around there in the far corner. Now some cycle play from the Americans. Sees the puck come out to the low slot. Instead, the Canadians are able to come away with it after a turnover. The Canadians now pour into the American zone. They throw a shot in on Perone, and Perone gives up absolutely no rebound. That was a nice 1-2 from Geller to Orn. But Perone was there to make the save. 18-3 now left here in the first half. Both teams will make a quick line change here. Another defensive zone faceoff for the Americans. Coming to Perone's left. Americans win that faceoff, look to break out. They've gained the neutral zone, now they've gained the red line. Americans pour into the zone. Pass eludes everyone, except Sean Escobedo. He's over there, has the puck, and now filters that down to Vin Hellemeyer. Center looks for somebody at the slot. Instead, sends it out to the top of the circle and back out to the point. There was Kevin Schaefer walking the line, throwing a shot in on Puig. Puig turned aside easily. Now the puck comes in to James Orn. Tries to send that in on net. Instead, the Americans just continue cycling well. Americans looking for any room out there. Good defense for the Canadians. Shot comes in. Oh, and it goes all the way in. Looked like Puig had it covered. Instead, the rebound was just juicy enough for the Americans. And that is another American goal. HDSA 2, HSC 0. Some quick hands there from the Americans. Sees that puck end up in the back of the net. That's Kevin Gumas for the Americans getting on the board. Well, 2-goal lead for HDSA now. 8 minutes into this first half. Americans gain the offensive zone again. Puck gets caught in a skate though. And now the Canadians will come across. That's Sean Jolin on the forehand. Looks to send a pass into the low slot. No one home there. So now the Americans will break out again. Americans gain the zone. They're in all alone on Puig. Shot goes wide though. Then Hellemeyer didn't hit the net on that one. Instead, Sean Escobedo has it at the point. Escobedo now working the line. Kevin Schaefer throws one in. That's deflected and that goes wide. HSC has control of the puck now. Chelsea Harris tries to send that up. Net Mendelia. Instead, it's cut out, but only momentarily, as Brian Savino shepherds the puck up the ice and waits for his teammates. He's got his teammates there. Jesse Brown now has it on the forehand. Goes back in. Oh, Matt Mendelia almost able to put that in backside. Pass was just out of his reach. Now the Americans get it through the neutral zone and just have to dump it there as they recoil. And the Canadians look to build up some speed. They're at their end boards now. Send it all the way around to the Canadians. Lingered too long on the puck though, HSC. Americans are in on the forecheck. Still on the forecheck. Now the puck goes to the far corner. Americans have it there. Go to the low slot. Nice back check by Mendelia. Keeps that puck out of the net. Americans throw another one in on net. That goes wide as well. The Americans having their way right now in the Canadian zone. Still at the blue line. Canadians look to get this puck out, and they do. They're able to get that past the blue line, and now Dylan Schuett's in all alone. Nice wrist shot there, saved by Brandon Perone. Canadians will have to recoil in the neutral zone. Canadians still with the puck. HSC looks to build up play once again. Gain the offensive zone. Puck gets held up there. Generous offside call. See play continue. Americans now turn the puck the other way. Backhand no-look pass doesn't connect. Canadians break out 3-on-3 in the Canadian offensive zone. Looking for a wrist shot here. In on Perone. They do. Puck's now bouncing. Canadians look to put one in. Oh, a nice dangle through the skates. Does not hit pay dirt, and now the Americans break the other way. Americans have a 2-on-1 here. Right in on Puig. Oh, top shelf. Boy, that's nasty. Cody Furiero there. Goes top shelf. Oh, my. That is quite the shot. Well, the Canadians will look to bounce back here with 14:50 left here in the first half, down 3-0. They win that draw. Canadians now breaking the zone. They've got the puck at the point on the forehand. We get a whistle here. Tight offside call on the Canadians. Can't buy a favor here in the first half. This draw will come just outside the blue line. Americans win that draw all the way back to their defensive zone. Americans still have it there. Ken Scuderi sends it up. Gustav Mueller sends it in deeper. Jake Dow goes to recover. Instead, the Canadians come away with it, but only so far as the blue line. The Americans still have the puck on their stick. Now it's poked out by the Canadians. Looks like the Canadians are warming to the task here. Don't like being down 3 goals. We're going to see some more aggressive play. Stoppage in play now with 14-18 left to go in the first half as that puck went into the Canadian bench, and we'll get a draw just outside the Canadian blue line here as Jake Dow leans in for the Americans. He wins that draw, sends it on back to Ken Scuderi, who sends that cross ice. Now the Americans have it at the point. Nice little saucer pass, feathered in a low slot. Nothing doing though as HSC cuts that out, cuts it out wisely. Now all alone in the slot, top shelf again. Oh my, for the Americans. That was Gustav Mueller in there, served up on a plate. Goes top shelf right over Brian Puig's shoulder. There it is, just on a platter for Gustav. He makes no mistake with that puck. Americans are up 4-0. Jake Dow wins another faceoff for his compatriots. Now the Americans have it in their defensive zone with control. Americans keep it there. Ken Scuderi throws that puck over to the other side of the ice. Sends it to Kevin Schaefer. Schaefer now has the puck. Saucers one up to Gustav again. Mueller's having a heck of a game. He's got it at the point. Now turns with the puck. Sends that over to the far side. Shot comes in on Puig again. Puig makes a beautiful save and gets across all the way over to the other post to cut out any wraparound attempt. The Americans just have to delay with it there at the blue line. Americans still have it. Now HSC breaks out. Nice defensive play there by Theo Hembre. Gets that puck out of the zone. Only momentarily as Jake Dow then pours right back in with the puck. Americans still have that puck over at the half boards and send it in on lower just to control it right now. Zach Nazar has the puck, sends that to the slot. Nice stick lift by the Canadians, sees a break on. Now the Canadians continue pouring into the offensive zone. They look for a backhanded pass cut out by the Americans all the way out of the zone. Oh, we've got a bit of a breakaway here. Kevin Gumas in. He goes forehand, backhand, looks for the pass. Oh, the puck sneaks under Puig's pads. He thought the pass was coming across the slot. Instead, Zach Nazareth just puts it right, or excuse me, Kevin Gumas just puts it right on goal. Kevin with just a wonderful, wonderful goal there. Well, what better time to welcome HDSA CEO and President Louise Vetter up to the booth as the Americans are up 5-0 with just 12:30 left to go here. Louise, how's that headset for you now?
Much better. Thanks for your patience.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to the broadcast booth here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House as we take in this inaugural HD Hockey Classic. By way of introduction, can you tell the viewers a bit about Huntington's disease?
Thank you so much, Colin. This is a fantastic event that we've been waiting years to do to raise awareness of Huntington's disease, which is a relatively rare brain disease, and it's a family disease. So if one of your parents has Huntington's disease, you have a 50-50 chance of inheriting it. So everything we can do to support families and raise awareness is critical in this fight.
Well, that's good, and it's great to see the players down there. Still a 5-0 game as the Americans break out into the offensive zone. But given that May is Huntington's Disease Awareness Month, what's one thing you would like the viewers to know about Huntington's disease and HDSA that they might not currently be aware of?
Huntington's disease is like having Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and even Lou Gehrig's disease all at the same time. So to fight HD, we need everybody learning and supporting families. So folks can go to hdsa.org to learn more about the disease and get involved, but it really starts with awareness.
So how could someone who's watching this game, say at home, help HDSA specifically with its mission?
Visit the website, come to an event, donate your time. A little bit of money helps fund care and science. but it really starts with raising awareness, which is what May and this fantastic event is all about.
Well, I'm worried I may have distracted you from your good luck vibes towards the American team there. HDSA just scored on by the Canadians.
Well, we had to let the Canadians have one goal. One.
That's very kind of you. So tell us, we're in Newark, New Jersey, at the New Jersey Devils' beautiful practice facility, watching a high-level international hockey game. How did it all come together?
The incredible collaboration and teamwork of the HD community and the generous support of Teva Pharmaceuticals, Unicure, and Midnight Sports, and of course the Devils, who really stepped up to help make all of this possible. But it was a team effort, just like hockey.
Well, that's wonderful. So speaking of the hockey, any predictions on how this one's going to end up?
Clearly Team HDSA. Not only are they ahead in goals, but also they've got the spirit in front of the home crowd.
Fantastic. Well, our thanks to Louise Vetter of the Huntington's Disease Society of America for joining us in the booth today and help making today's game possible. Best of luck to HDSA in this one.
Go HDSA.
All right, we're going to get a defensive zone draw here. So the Americans win that and look to get that out of the zone and recover from giving up their first goal to the Canadians. Americans now gain the offensive zone, but immediately turned around there by the Canadians. The Canadians are breaking out. Jeff Olson now with the puck. He finds a man in the high slot. Dylan Schuett can't put that on net. And instead, we'll get a stoppage in play as the net comes off its moorings. Well, 10:08 left to go here in the first period. HDSA up 5-1 on HSC. But HSC will have a draw here in the offensive zone and look to make some more action happen. Americans win that draw over to the far side. Now they break out of their zone. They've got a 3-on-2 at this skate. They do a nice pass over to Vin Hellmeyer. Vin Hellmeyer loses the puck there after a nice back check there from HSC in the corner. HSC looking for the home run pass. Instead, cut out by the Americans. Now the Americans have control through the neutral zone, looking cross ice for a big pass. Americans stay on side, break into the zone, look to throw another shot in on Puig. Instead, pass goes wide and Jeff Olson comes away with it. Olson's got it on his forehand and he's looking toward the middle. He's looking for Kevin Gumas. Shot comes in again on Perron. Perron with a nice save there, and he'll cover up. The whistle will go. Well, just under 9.5 minutes left here in the first half. I feel like I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. A defensive zone draw here for the Americans, but this bend don't break strategy is working for HDSA in their mostly white jerseys. Canadians win that draw though. Ooh, a wonderful save by Perron and a bit of an all-star flick to himself. Off his shoulder, off the stick, into the glove. We get another whistle at 9:22 left to go here in the first half. Now the Americans do win that draw. Puck comes right through the crease. Americans tried to sneak a pass through the crease, and instead the Canadians come away with it at the dot. They throw a hard, heavy wrist shot that misses the net wide. Now the Americans look to break out. They've got a 3-on-1 going. The Americans now pour in. Send it over far side. Ooh, Puig might have gotten a piece of that as the Americans just went high and wide on the net. The Canadians break out again. Theo Embre tries to dump that puck in. Canadians in on an aggressive forecheck here. Americans break that forecheck though and are able to get a 3-on-2 going the other way. They get into the zone. Some good Canadian stick work. And HSC gets control through the neutral zone. Looks to break out just once again and into the offensive zone. Canadians have it now. Throw in on net that goes wide. Americans will pick up at the point. They'll make a change behind the play, but not before they gain the offensive zone and dangle a few Canadian players. Now the Americans seem to be toying in the offensive zone. Puck comes out of the zone though after a deflection. Rob Scuderi picks it up there. He's got it on the forehand and sends it over to Chris Bedota. Chris Bedota now dances around one man and two. Sends the puck on up to Tim Quinlan. Instead, a little too hot to handle, and Cody Fierro goes and picks it up, covering for his defensive pairing at the point. Americans look to keep that out of the zone. No doing yet, but they do get control back in their defensive zone. Now they break out. Turnover in the neutral zone. Sees the Canadians have it. Canadians push that puck across the blue line, but instead, the Americans pick it up. We have a ping-pong action right now in the neutral zone as the puck goes back and forth. There's no real offensive zone time. Americans look to gain the zone again. It's 2-on-5 as the Americans are changing. The delay works. Now the Americans have all their players in the zone. Puck comes over to the near dot. Thrown in on net. Nice stick work there by Puig. Keeps that puck out of the low slot. Canadians pick it up there. Chelsea Harris now has it on her stick. She curls, buys time, sends that puck on over to Brian Sfino. Brian Sfino has it now. He's looking for a home run pass. Nice two-liner goes up to John Dorio in the neutral zone. Dorio breaks into the zone. He's got a man back post. That's Sean Jolin. Just misses on that puck in the air. Couldn't bat it out. Some quick stick work by the Americans. Keeps the next shot from getting in the net. Down now to the last 7 minutes of the first half. Americans break into the offensive zone. Look to put something on net. Instead, HSC comes away with the puck at the end boards and sends that up to Matt Mendelia. He's able to send that through the neutral zone. Now the Canadians come in. Dylan Schuett has it on his stick. Instead, the Americans are able to turn the tables. Americans are back in the offensive zone now. Let's try and feather that puck up to the end boards. Cycle it around. They do. Now the puck comes to the dot. Misses everyone there, but doesn't escape the point. Americans then send that puck in again. Puck sits there at the half boards. As the Americans just play pitch and catch here in the slot. Now they come in on Puig. Puig makes that save. Didn't know where the puck was, but his teammates did. Look for the home run pass. The Canadians on a partial break here. Oh, a broken stick. Sees no wrist shot leave the stick. What bad luck there for Mark Williamson. He's going to have to get a new twig and come back out on the ice. He does, but he's going to regret not getting that shot off with the broken stick. The Americans now in the offensive zone. They've got it at the end boards. They're dancing behind the net. Quick pass comes out. Puig again equal to the task. Covers up there with 5:50 left to go here in the first half. End-to-end action as HDSA is leading 5-1 over HSC. We'll get two. Well, as Louise Vetter was saying, if you want to learn more about HDSA and Huntington's disease, go to their website and their YouTube channel, Huntington's Disease Society of America. HDSA.org. The Americans now have the puck through the neutral zone. Gummed up there by HSC, and now they have to recoil in their own defensive zone. They go point to point, way back in their own zone. Still can't get anything going through the neutral zone. Again, that aggressive forecheck by the Canadians. That time on the stick of Bobby Edwards sees them have to recoil all the way back behind their own net. Another pass comes through the crease. No harm, no foul. Now the Americans have a 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. They gain the zone. They're in the low slot. Can't connect on the pass and have to cycle it there. Players are picking up speed here as time ticks down in the first half. Canadians will have it behind their own net. Feather a pass up through the neutral zone, and now they break into the American zone. And the forehand will have to cycle around here, looking for any player at the point. Puck keeps rolling. The Canadians are able to keep the zone. They send it over to the far half boards, can't control it there. Americans come away with it. Chris Bedota now has it on his stick. Canadians do take back over in the zone, though. Have the puck at the end boards. They're looking for an open man. Americans are all over each of their counterparts here. Now the Americans do come away with it. They're through the neutral zone looking up. About half that American line needs a change. That was a long shift, but they still break in. Oh man, forehand, backhand by Sean McQuaid. Sees that puck up at the end of the net. HDSA 6, HSC 1. What a wonderful neutral zone pass there. Freeze McQuaid to go forehand, backhand, and Puig had no chance on that one. Now the Americans will lean in and look to pour it on here with just over 4 minutes left to go in the first half. They've got a 5-goal lead, but they want more. HSC wants none of it, though. They pour into the offensive zone, try and take the puck off Barone. Instead, Barone makes a nice pass to his defenseman, and now the Americans have a 2-on-1. The Americans in the zone. Oh, the 2-on-1 pays off. That's just another American goal. Absolutely beautiful tic-tac-toe passing from the Americans. And it looks like it was Chris Cosentino who gets that goal. Well, we're not sure that's going to count as the birthday gift he needs to get his wife today, but I'm sure he'll play it off like it does. Just under 4 minutes left to go here. 3:55 left as HSC wins that face-off and looks to get something going. Down 6 goals here in the first half. Still plenty of time to come back with these 25-minute halves, but HSC sure would love to get something more on the board here before the chuck-a-puck competition starts. The Americans break into the zone. No offside called there. Looks like maybe HSC's getting hometowned a little bit here. Now HSC goes through the neutral zone. They gain the offensive zone, looking for a drop pass. Instead, throw one in on Perone. Perone raises that big blocker of his, pumps that puck all the way to the blue line. The Americans take over and come right back into the Canadian zone, looking for a pass. Colin White cuts that pass out in the slot, tries to send that up. Instead, the Americans come away with it. Now White in the corner helps shepherd that puck over to HSC again, and HSC looks to pour through. Sean Jolin carries that puck in the offensive zone and drops it to a teammate. HSC looks to set up a shot, but instead the Americans with some aggressive forechecking once again gain the offensive zone. Throw one in on Fuig. Fuig with a nice save there. The Americans will have to cycle down low in the zone. They send it all the way up to their point, the Americans do. No one covering the point. Now at the dot, Fuig just sees that shot all the way into his glove and gets a well-earned stoppage in play with 2:35 left to go here in the first half. The Americans up by 6 and looking to pour it on some more. Well, it looks like Hellemeyer will lean in against Jolin here for this defensive zone draw for the Canadians. Jolin wins that puck. The Canadians look to send that out of the zone. Chelsea Harris looks for the puck, gets caught in her skates, and now Jolin will take the puck out of the zone himself. He clears the zone, looks over at Matt Mendelia, that is. And Matt gets to the back post, but it's cut out by Perone before the puck gets to him. The Americans take over at the end boards. Americans still have the puck, now cycling through their own zone. Canadians having none of it and take over in the neutral zone there. Some smart thinking there by Spencer Varney. Sees that puck stay in the neutral zone rather than a turnover to the Americans. Still trying to feather that pass up. Americans again take over the neutral zone. 1:54 left to go. Here's HDSA. Has that 6-goal lead. Now the Canadians pour in. Send it to the slot. Ooh, quick stick there by Ken Scuderi. Sees that puck deflected up and over Perone's net. Out of play with 1:45 left to go here in the first half. Canadians have an offensive zone draw here. They've won the faceoff. Puck now comes almost up to the point. The Canadians filter it down lower. Give and go in on Perone. Perone stands tall though. Blocks that puck all the way to the near corner. Americans now try and get that puck out of the zone. They seem to have a nice set play there on the breakout. That curl into the high slot. Sees the puck come all the way into the offensive zone now for the Americans. The Canadians will have to cut that out. They do. Get through the neutral zone and look to pass on up into the offensive zone. Instead, the Americans come away with it in the neutral zone. With about 70 seconds left here in the first half, Canadians wait for the zone to clear, now come on in. They throw a shot in on Perone. That's a goal. 5-hole for HSC. That hard and heavy shot sees HSC bring this back to a 5-goal game. You could just see that play developing for HSC as Dylan Schuett got that puck on his forehand and was able to laser that in 5-hole. And it just skipped right through Perone's leg pads. HSC wins that faceoff. 59 seconds left to go here in the first half. Exactly what HSC needed to get going here. Saucer pass through the neutral zone, evades Schuett, and now the Americans come away with it. HDSA has the puck. They gain the offensive zone, looking for a pass, but the Canadians are all over them. Canadians now take over the puck. Canadians still have the puck. They send that on up. They gain the offensive zone. Little dangle there. Sees the puck come all the way to Perone. He's able to get that puck, but not out of the zone. Another shot comes in on Perone. Perone has it in the glove, drops it to the ice. He wants this period over. 24 seconds left to go now as the Americans are able to clear the zone, but no farther. Canadians take over there and look to dance in. They know there's only 18 seconds left now. They break on in. That's Charlie Gotard in on net, unable to put it behind Perron, though, and the Canadians will have to recoil again in the neutral zone. Nice little flip pass by John Dorio to himself. Sees the puck still end up in the neutral zone, though, and the Canadians are happy to just let the clock tick off there. That's the end of the first half. HDSA 7, HSC 2. Well, folks, we'll have Chuck-a-Puck coming up for you here just momentarily, as well as hopefully an interview with Jake Dow. And once that happens, after Chuck-a-Puck, we should have some highlights for you as well. We're going to turn you over to John Santamaria again and listen in to Chuck-a-Puck. To begin, we've got those first half highlights for you coming up right now. Here we are looking in on Chuck-a-Puck as the fans have taken to the players' benches. They're making sure to try and get those pucks as close to center ice as possible. There's some really good candidates out there. This Chuck-a-Puck is out of the gas right on the dot.
Okay, now we're going to see. Now it's Louise Veterans going to. Once that the CEOs. We also have virtual chocolate pucks on top of our contestants on the team bench. You will be able to claim your puck at the end of the game at the merchandise table.
Well, folks, welcome back in here as the second half warm-ups are well underway. Players stretch out after that long halftime break. Our apologies that we did not get that interview with Jake Dow just yet. We're hopeful to catch him after the game. But in all the excitement of Chuck-a-Puck and the players getting a well-deserved breather, we were unable to grab him as he came off the ice. So we'll look to get that interview for you, here at the end of the game. But in the meantime, the scorekeeper has thrown another 25 minutes up on the board. And HDSA is going to look to protect their 7-2 lead here as the second half kicks off. Well, just a reminder that today's game is brought to you by Teva. Teva, committed to improving the lives of patients, as well as Unicure. Unicure, a global leader in gene therapy. Thank you to the good folks both at Teva and Unicure for making today's game possible, as well as the New Jersey Devils. All right, Coleman looks ready to drop this puck. As the Americans and Canadians lean in here. 25 minutes on the board and we're off. Canadians win that draw. Try to go point to point instead. Cut out by the Americans. Looks like they had some caffeine-fueled drinks there at halftime. They come out flying. Instead, though, the Canadians pass point to point. John Dorio works the puck up. Now the puck's on the forehand. Shot comes in on Perron. Nice save there. Just caught the edge of the leg pad. Goes to the far corner. Canadians still have the puck, though. They work it down low. Now looking for a wraparound. Quick stick by Perron keeps that puck out. The Americans look to break out now. They look for that home run pass instead. Cut out. Center ice there by Dylan Schuett. Tries to get a stick in. Instead, the Americans come through there into the offensive zone. Dangle doesn't work there. The Americans will have to work it to the end boards. Puck comes loose to the high slot. Now the Canadians will work that out. Jesse Brown on his forehand, waiting for his teammates to pour in. They do. Low slot, can't corral the puck, though, is John Dorio. Lost there to the end boards, and the Americans try and work it out. Puck rides the dasher just a bit. Canadians will have to collect there. Chris Bedota with the puck, tries to work that up. Spencer Varney, in fact, with the puck who worked it up. Perron's not seeing a home run pass he doesn't like. He sends that all the way down to the other end of the ice, but the Canadians collect there before the Americans, and HSC looks to break out. HSC now has the puck. Throw pass up on Charlie Gotard. Sends a shot in. Nice save there by Perron. Perron sends that puck all the way over to a teammate. Now the puck comes back down on Fuig. Bit of a goaltender matchup here, even in a 7-2 hockey game. Americans now flying around, and you can tell it's the second half as these players move faster and faster. The Canadians with some nice passing back and forth. Oh, a shot and a score. That's a Canadian goal right there. James Orr looks to score for HSC and does. Just a minute and 46 seconds into this second half. HSC reduces the deficit to 4. HDSA 7, HSC 3. Of a shot there. Oh, that must have been exactly what HSC talked about in the locker room there. Come out and get a quick one, and they did. Now they win that face-off, but a turnover in their own zone. Sees the Americans pour forward. Kevin Gumas now has the puck on his forehand. Sends that up to the point. Americans still trying to work that in on goal. Fuig watches that puck go all the way behind the net. The Americans still come away with it. They're at the half boards now. Send it down to the end boards. All the way back up to the blue line. Americans, oh, they hit the post, but it stays out. Canadians survive a scare there, and they'll have to collect. Jeff Olson can't catch up to that puck, but he does shepherd it out of the zone. And the Canadians will get a nice line change there with 35 left to go here in the second half. Americans come back into the zone, unable to get it through the Canadian defense. And now the Canadians are on a break. Canadians move on up through the zone. Go forehand, but miss on Perron. That puck misses the net. And now the Canadians will have to corral it in the neutral zone. HSC has the puck, sends it back into their defensive zone just to control the puck a bit more. Real pinpoint passing here by HSC. Sees them break through the neutral zone. 3-on-2. They look to send another pass in and something on net. Perron there, though, cuts out any pass through the slot. Canadians come to the other side. Perron gloves that. puts it down immediately, and the Americans come away with it. Now the Americans look to get out of their zone after some strong Canadian pressure. Americans do. Increase in stick work here by both teams. Just tells you the intensity is ticked up a notch or two. Americans send that around to the far point. Americans have it there. Chris Bedota sends it all the way across side. Looks like we might get a call here. Our first penalty of the game. Puig leaves the net as the Canadians get an extra skater on. The Americans cannot believe a penalty's been called in an exhibition game. It hasn't been called yet. That's still delayed. We've got 6 Canadian skaters out there on the ice. And the Americans will need to touch up here. They do, finally. Chris Bedota touches up. We'll see what the call is. 21:20 left to go here in the second half as this penalty call comes up. Looks like we're going to get holding on Cody Fierriero. The Americans will be down a skater, but up 4 goals. Defensive zone draw coming up to Perron's right. The Americans will have to kill the first penalty of the game. Meanwhile, the Canadians, HSC, will look to score on the first power play of the game. They've got the Jolin line out there, ready to take this draw up a skater. A bit of discussion here between the players and the officials. Scorekeeper looking to put that penalty up on the board. In fairness to the scorekeeper, that button's pretty rusty, given that nothing has been called thus far in the game. Bit of a discussion there. Looks like the discussion's over and 2 minutes are up on the board. John will lean in here, try and win this on his backhand. He does. He wins it over to Harris. Puck bounces on her, and now the Americans come away with it. Best way to kill penalty is in the offensive zone, of course. Americans pour in, nothing doing. American player slips to the boards. Everyone looks okay, but we get a quick whistle on that as the post comes out of its moorings. And Ryan Puig will try and put that right back on. HSC will lean in again here. Same line out there. Try and win this defensive zone draw and then get to work on the power play. Americans have an aggressive forecheck going even on the kill, making it difficult for HSC to break out. HSC does eventually break out. Bobby Edwards has the puck. Tries to send that up to Matt Mendelia. Puck escapes his stick. Spencer Varney unable to keep it in the zone. It goes all the way back down to Ryan Puig. Puig's got it on his backhand. Just lifts that on over to the far corner. And HSC try and break out once again. HSC through the neutral zone now. Canadians have it, looking for a forehand shot. Instead, the Americans poke check that away, try and get that out of the zone. They only get it so far as the high slot, though. 2 HSC players go for it. Varney's got it on his forehand, tries to send that into the slot. Mendo now has it at the end boards. Sends that over to Varney again. Varney's got it. No one at the near point, though. He just has to dump it in deeper. Now the puck comes up to the point. Sent in on Perron. Perron has it in the glove. Tries to kill a little more time by flicking it down to the ice. But Bobby Edwards shot. Stopped there by Perron. We get a stoppage in play here at 20:08 left to go here in the second half. The Americans nursing a healthy 4-goal lead, but still have 52 seconds left to kill here on the penalty. Canadians win that faceoff. They've got it high up on the circle at the half boards. Now the Americans are able to send that over everyone's heads all the way down and kill some more time on this penalty. Brian Zaffino goes back to collect. He sends that off to John Dorio. Dorio flying through the neutral zone, still has it on his forehand, looking for someone cutting to the slot. Finally does so to the slot, can't connect with his teammates there though. The Americans try and come away with it. Canadians though have it on their stick again. They throw one in on Perron. That hits the glove and blocker, hops over the net and out of play. We get another stoppage here at 19:41 left in the second half. Just 25 seconds left on the holding penalty to the Americans. Fierriero would love to see this penalty expire with no goal scored by HSC. HSC wins that faceoff. They send it over to the near point. Now try and work it to the blue line. Instead, look for a deflection in the low slot. Hits an American skate, bounces to the far half boards. Now the Canadians still have it. Can't quite complete the wraparound shot. Comes in heavy and hard, wide of the cage. Canadians do keep the zone, though. Dorio over there tries to backhand it in. Instead, the Americans break out. Just 2 seconds left now on the penalty. And now we're back to 5-on-5 skating. The Americans are able to kill off that holding penalty. Cody Fierro. Oh, a turnover in the Canadian zone. Ooh, shot misses the net for the Americans. Another chance here. Puig had it covered the whole time. Puig back up on his skates. The Americans unable to score there with 2 real good looks in the low slot in the Canadian zone. Americans do still have the puck. HDSA now looking for an open player. Cut out there finally by Mark Williamson. Mark Williamson has the puck. He curls around, buys his teammate a little more time. The Canadians will make a change ahead of the play there. Home run pass does hit a Canadian player. There'll be no icing here. Perron has the puck. His favorite spot on his forehand. Look to send one up high and wide. Instead, taken off him. Puck comes in. Forehand, backhand doesn't work. Another one comes through the slot. Canadians just can't seem to score. They're doing everything but putting it in the back of the net here in this little series of plays. Canadians now have it at the end boards. They still have the puck there. Some dancing down low by Dylan Schuett. Sends it over to a teammate. Throws it on Perron. Puck slides through the crease all the way out of the zone. The Canadians will have to collect there. Well, you have to love that series of plays if you're an HSC fan. And we know based on your poll that 47% of you are. Canadians throw another shot in on Perron. Perron equal to the task with the leg pads. That puck goes to the half boards, then all the way around to the end boards. The Americans look to break out. Instead, the puck's left for the Canadians. Now in the low slot. Shot comes in. Wonderful save there by Perron. But it looks like the Canadians were able to put that rebound in just last second. That's another Canadian goal. That's HSC 4, HDSA 7. Well, folks, you'll be seeing it for the second time, and clearly I'll be seeing it for the first time, that Canadian goal. A little slow on the call there, but a wonderful second effort there by HSC sees them score and reduce this lead of the Americans to 3. Canadians win that draw. Look for a home run pass. And they gain the American zone again. Canadians keep the puck in the zone. Now it comes out to the slot. No one home in the middle of the blue line, though. Puig will take that long skate over and stop the puck there. No trapezoid penalty calls here, despite the Americans calling for it. And the Canadians will work that through the zone. They gain the offensive zone. Look for someone in the slot. Instead, Americans are there to pick it off. HDSA works the puck up now. Canadians in on a quick break. What a save by Perron. Perron all on an island there, just alone. Able to kick that left leg pad out at the very last second. He'll be glad he didn't sharpen his skate stay. Now the Americans break in on Puig. Try and go forehand, backhand. Puig covers the net there. Americans don't score. And now the Canadians look to break the other way. Everyone in this audience is going to need some aspirin for their necks later. Their heads moving back and forth as this is some end-to-end net action. Puig will now play the puck behind his own net. Sends that around. The Americans pick it up. They'll look to put something in the slot. Instead, feather something in the end boards. Looking at that slot. Ooh, that one-timer from the mid-slot. The Americans unable to score. Another wonderful save by Puig. Kicks that right leg pad out. Puck bounces right on up into the glove. Well, we've got 16:20 left to go here in the second half. And the Canadians will pour on in to the offensive zone and try and put one in on Perron. They do so, and Perron makes a nice save there. And now the puck bounces out to the slot, but not out of the zone. Canadians still working the puck down at the end boards. Working hard there, down at the end boards. Puck now looking for the slot. There it is. Perron had that covered with the stick. And with all this Canadian pressure on HDSA, it's a wonderful time to welcome in Shelley Redmond to the booth, Chief Executive Officer of the Huntington Society of Canada. Shelley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Can you tell the viewers at home a bit about the vision and mission of HSC?
Absolutely. So the mission at HDSA.
Well, that's okay. You can tell us about that too.
No. At HSC is to improve the quality of life for individuals affected with HD, and our mission is, our vision I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, it is a little bit distracting because HDSA scored a goal while I was trying to ask you a question. But certainly to improve the lives of those and the families of those surrounded by HD as the vision and mission of HSC, maybe it'd be easier to tell us about what some of your goals would be. You've been at HSC now for 2 full years. What are some of your goals for HSC going into the future here?
Well, I think it's important to mention that HSC has been around for coming up to 50 years now, and it was an organization that was founded from a kitchen table in an effort to improve and support individuals and families in communities where there wasn't support, to provide education and resources, and to offer funding to support research. And our goals now continue to be the same. So it's continuing to expand support in our various communities, increasing hours, increasing our educational offerings, and certainly continuing to improve the quality of research and funding opportunities.
So go ahead, I'm sorry. That's wonderful. I understand that you're passionate about research. What does the future hold when it comes to research for HD?
Yeah, so, again, we're coming up to the 50th anniversary, and with that comes a significant opportunity to expand our bandwidth in research offerings. So we have excellent research programs in place now, and our goal is to increase those and have the ability to offer new and innovative research. So we've expanded our research definition and exactly that, looking at increasing the variety of the offerings.
Understood. So there's awareness, there's services, there's research on your side. Given that it's Huntington Disease Awareness Month, for the viewer at home, what's something a person could do today, this week, this month to support the mission of HSC?
Yeah, so I think it's very important. Education is paramount. So, taking every opportunity, following us on our social media platforms and sharing those, our stories, and, absolutely donating, becoming a volunteer and supporting us in the chapters, becoming a member of the organization are all ways that you can support and advocate for our cause.
Fantastic. Well, we are looking at 15:21 left here in the second half. HSC down 4 goals, but really putting the pressure on of late. How do you see this one ending?
Yeah, well, you can see I got caught off guard trying to watch the game in the middle there. So, we're down by 4. We're coming back. I'm hopeful still. There's great teams on both sides, and really grateful for them to come out and support our cause. We're all winners in the end, obviously, but I'm hoping we come out on top.
Well, that's wonderful. Shelley Redmond, CEO of the Huntington Society of Canada, thank you so much for joining us up in the booth today, and best of luck to HSC as this game comes to its conclusion. second shot, the third shot, Cologne keeps all of them out. Just over 13 minutes left to go here. The action certainly has picked up as the Americans pour forward again. Jake Bell now has the puck on his forehand. Has to send a pass over. Drops me there. Instead, cut out by HSC. HSC now comes through. Neutral zone. HSC looking for Darren Schuett there on the right. Schuett now in the crease. He has a puck in his stick. Can't quite get it. And now the Canadians have it. Oh, that puck goes up and in. Back into the net. Nice deflection right in front of Barone, who's having a discussion with the referee about goalie interference, but I don't think they're going to send this one to Toronto. I think when it's called a goal, it's called a goal here at the RWJ Barnabas Held Hockey House. That is this to a 3-goal deficit, and they pour right back into the offensive zone. The Canadians do. Americans cut that out. The Canadians will take over and recoil in the neutral zone. Brian Safino has the puck. He now passes that on up to Mark Williamson. Mark Williamson with that new stick, still working the puck deep. Dylan Schuett now tries to go forehand, backhand. Instead, the Americans come away with it, and they've got a 3-on-2 developing. Americans lose the puck down to the near corner. They'll have to take over there. Jack Nazareth tries to work that puck. Jake Dow now has it in the low slot. Sends 2 shots in. Oh, that's a goal. That's a Jake Dow goal on the rebound. The Americans answer right back at 11:55 left to go in the second half. HDSA 9, HSC 5. Well, Dow stayed with it on that one. You can see that first shot went wide for the Americans, but that rebound came right to his stick in the low slot. He was able to tuck it home. Now Sean Escobedo has the puck on his stick. Works that up to Chris Pedota. Sends that cross ice all the way over to Kevin Dumas. Dumas drops it off there. Shot comes in on Fuig. Fuig's able to save that right under the arm and send it right over to a teammate. Looks like we had a whistle blow first, though, so we'll have a defensive zone draw coming up for HSC. They look to get a quick one back against the Americans. We got a quick one back against them. Ben Hellmeyer leans in for the Americans and wins that draw. Puck comes up to the point, sent in on Puig, steers that wide. Now the Canadians look to break out again. They do. They're through the neutral zone. Jeff Olson waiting for the return pass, ready in the slot. Instead, the puck's feathered down by HSC to the end boards, now up to the point. Canadians try and control there. Escobedo keeps that puck in the zone. The Canadians end up turning it over there at the far half boards. Americans break out. They're through the neutral zone. Now the puck comes in. Spencer Varney tries back pass to Brian Safino. Safino's able to send that puck all the way over to Charlie Gotard. Now the puck's in the slot. Comes to Safino again. He's unable to get that shot in on goal, and HSC breaks out quickly. That's HSC, and it's Kevin Dumas now with the high slot puck. He's unable to get a shot on goal, but he does keep the zone. He feathers that over to Chris Pedota, who sends that cross ice. Shot comes in. Nice deflection there by Olson. Just misses the cage. Canadians try and work it up to the point. They keep it there. Olson sends another one in on net. All right, now the Canadians have the puck. They have it through the neutral zone and try and gain the offensive zone. They do. Mike Brennan, his counterpart there, John Dorio, throws a shot in on net. Americans still have the puck. Clock still ticking. Just over 10 minutes left to go. 10-10, in fact. The Americans nursing a 4-goal lead here. Canadians take over in the neutral zone. Canadians have it and regain the zone. John Dorio again. Forehand right in on Perron. Perron makes a nice save and freezes that puck with 9:59 left to go here in the second half. Now the Canadians will love to get a goal off this offensive zone draw coming to Perron's right. As they need to close this gap, and they need to close it in a hurry. Jake Geller will lean in for HSC. Wins that draw with his foot, almost all the way back to the point. Puck comes to the point now. HSC handcuffed there, though. The Americans are on a break. Americans look to put it past Fuig. They don't. Fuig stands tall. Didn't even know he made such a good save. And now HSC will break out. Remember that save if HSC comes back in this game on the 2-on-0. The Canadians work that up through the neutral zone. Try and grab it there. Now they break in. Canadians on in. Try and sew something in on Perone. Throw something in on Perone, that is. The Americans are able to cut that in the low slot. Now they have it at the end boards. Americans still with control of the puck. A little pitch and catch behind their own net. They do finally get that puck out of their zone. Rob Scuderi shepherds that across the ice, and now the Americans will give chase. Cosentino takes a big jump over his HSC counterpart. A little bit of hugging, and they're having a good time down there. Some former players of his giving him a bit of a rough ride there at the end boards, but plays all the way back down in the HSC offensive zone. Tried to feather a pass in deeper, and instead, HSC has to collect. Theo Embre now just sends it rink wide. He'll get a line change for the Canadians. The Americans take over in their defensive zone. Scuderi sends that on up. And now the Americans have it there in the offensive zone. Still have it there in the offensive zone. Passing around to the low slot, nothing doing. HSC will break. Well, we again want to thank Shelley Redmond for coming up to the booth earlier. And if you would like more information on HSC, please visit their website at www.huntingtonsociety.ca or visit their YouTube channel, Hunt SOC Canada. 8 minutes left to go here as the Americans try and break into the offensive zone. Instead, the Canadians take over. They've got the puck. Mendo has it on his forehand, just sends that puck softly over to Colin White. Colin White sends a long pass up through the neutral zone, cut out by the Americans, and now the Americans come into the zone. Colin White forgoes the massive check on Jake Dahl, and Dahl has a smile on his face. Now the Americans take over again in the neutral zone. They break back into the offensive zone, looking for a one-timer shot there. Instead, the Canadians cut that out, and the Americans will have to take over. Sean Escobedo now just shepherds the puck into his own zone, buying time for his teammates to break the other way, and they do. They're in the offensive zone. Try and go forehand, backhand in on Puig. Nothing doing, though, as the puck ends up on a forehand when you want it on a backhand. Puig makes the save. The Americans keep control. Americans still have control there in the far corner. Dancing. Still dancing with the puck. Americans now have the puck taken off them by HSC. HSC tries to feather that around. The Americans are warming to the task. A lot of offensive zone time here for HDSA. HDSA still has the puck. Good cycle play. Whether it's intentful or not, who knows? Now Puig will just cover and send it over to his defenseman. John Dorio then sends that puck up and out of the zone. HDSA will have to clear the zone. They do. They pour right on back in. Pass comes in, goes wide. James Zorn couldn't connect with that one. And so the Canadians will break out. The Canadians have the puck. Zach Nazareth tries to see his opposite number, Mark Williamson, come in. That puck is saved well there by Perone. And now the shot goes way high and wide. We'll get a stoppage in play with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the second half. HDSA 9, HSC 5. Well, folks, a reminder, today's game is brought to you by Teva. Teva, committed to improving the lives of patients, as well as Unicure. Unicure, a global leader in gene therapy. HSC tries to win the offensive zone faceoff, but the Americans come away with it anyway. Americans now led by Chris Bedota over there on the return pass looking for it. And Hellmeyer's pass goes just past him, but Puig gets misdirected there on the deflection. Puck just goes wide on him, and the Canadians will break out the other way. HDSA happy to just kill time in their own zone here. As long as they've got stick on puck, they're happy to see time tick away with their 4-goal lead. Now they break into the offensive zone. And Hellmeyer will curl there with the puck and wait for the rest of his teammates to come up. They do. They shoot forward. Kevin Gumas now with the puck on his stick. Tries to get in. Puig instead sticks that aside and just throws the puck over to a teammate in the near corner. Canada breaks out now. They've got a 3-on-1. Canada in quickly. Ooh, a quick shot there. Sails just over Perone's shoulder. Canada can't connect on the 3-on-1, and the Americans take over in the neutral zone. Americans send that puck rink wide. Now they break in the offensive zone and kill some more time here in the near corner and at the half boards. HSC unhappy to see the clock ticking. Tries to keep going. The Americans cut out a neutral zone pass with what the Canadians thought was a high stick. Not called, and now the Canadians will turn the other way. They break into the offensive zone. That's Mark Williamson again, trying to dangle around Sean Escobedo, unable to do so. Now the puck comes into the slot. Quick shot. Perrone saves that under the left leg pad. Got down very quickly while falling backward. And the congregation in the crease isn't just to discuss who has the best maple syrup. Canada leans in here in this offensive zone draw. The Americans come away with it now at the near corner, I should say. HSC takes over the puck again, looking for a slot pass. Can't connect there, so they send it rink wide. Now the Canadians have it. Safino works it down lower. Oh, a shot comes in on Perrone. Leg save there. Keeps that puck out with 4:20 left to go. Canadians still have it in zone, though. HSC now goes point to point, looking for a shot to get that puck down in on low and get some traffic in front of Perrone. Instead, takes a deflection. The Americans come away with it. They carry it in the offensive zone. Looking for a pass far and wide. Instead, comes through the crease, and Fuig's able to block it there, and HSC will take over. HSC has the puck in their own zone. They look to skate up. Some talking between the players as they skate on, but HSC gets in the zone. The shot comes high on Perrone. Another shot comes in, and that's stopped by the HDSA defenseman. Now HDSA's in. Ooh, taken down there. No arm raised from anyone. There'll be no penalty called on that near breakaway. You could have seen it go the other way as a penalty shot, but instead we will play on with 3:27 left to go here in the second half. The Canadians get the puck out of their zone. They need to score, and they need to score now. Canadians working toward the slot. Puck just rolls off the stick. Now comes into the slot again. Can't connect there, though, as Dennis O'Hara just couldn't get the stick up quite in time. And the Canadians will have to backtrack through the neutral zone and into their own defensive zone. HSC has it there. The puck comes up and bounces on HSC, and now HDSA breaks back in. Wrist shot goes over Fuig's shoulder, and HSC now comes out of their zone and comes to the neutral zone. 2-on-2 here for the Canadians. Theo Embre tries to get the puck in deeper, ends up sliding it to the slot, gets a return pass, tries to throw one in on Perrone. Instead, that pass is cut out, and the Americans are on a break. Here they come on down. Shot comes in, goes in on Fuig. Oh, that breakaway sealed right there. Might have sealed the game as well. Looks like Zach Nazareth got that breakaway goal. Just kept the rolling puck on his forehand and pushed it right past Ryan Fuig. There it is. He just took what the puck gave him and popped that right up over the glove hand of Fuig. 2:30 left to go here in the second half. The Americans now with a healthy 5-goal lead. Send the puck on in. Gain the offensive zone. Americans now in the slot. Send another shot in on Fuig. Still there. Oh, a missed net there by Ken Scuderi. It was open on this side. But again, Ken's just happy to keep the puck in the zone at this point and kill some more time. Fuig gloves that shot down and sends it over his defenseman, John Dorio. Americans still have the puck in the zone, though. Still looking for more. Now comes to the slot. Shot comes in. Fuig has that puck in his glove and holds on to it long enough, and we'll get a stoppage in play with 1:55 left to go here in the second half. HDSA 10, HSC 5. Well, as we're waiting for this puck to drop with just under 2 minutes left to go, can't thank all these live viewers enough for tuning in to this exhibition hockey game here at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House. You know, we here at Midnight Sports couldn't have done it without you. So thank you very much for tuning in today. HSC will try and get this puck out of their zone. The Americans are all over them here, though, with 90 seconds left to go in this game. HSC works it around to the half boards. Chelsea Harris Sees the puck go just out of her reach. Americans try and deflect one in on net. Instead, Colin White comes away with it. Colin White sends that to the half boards. Looks like Mendo works that up to Jolin. Americans cover it there, though, and send one back down to the low slot. Americans now just cycling the puck with a minute left to go in this game. Still the Americans sending that. Hellemeyer sends that pass over to the far corner. And now Sean Escobedo takes over at the point. Sends that up to the blue line. Kevin Schaefer has the puck, looking for a deflection though. Fuig's there, gloves the puck, sends it down, and lets the clock continue to tick. Americans have the puck at the half boards. Send one over, rink wide to the other half boards. Escobedo has the puck. Looks up, surveys his options. Puck comes all the way up to the blue line. Schaefer has it, sends that puck over. Americans still want more. They're playing four corners now, as the Canadians are tired out there with only 25 seconds left to go and a long shift on those legs. Escobedo again has the puck at the blue line. Feathers one in lower. 17 seconds to go. Kevin Schaefer out there now for the Americans. Kevin Schaefer looks around, throws one into the slot. Instead, Sean Jolin comes away with it. Oh, we love to see it, folks. Here's Perone out at half ice playing the puck. Got an empty net. Clock ticks down. That'll be an American win. Well, that's a final here from Newark, New Jersey. HDSA 10, HSC 5. Stick around here for the trophy presentation as HDSA claims the crown in the inaugural HD Hockey Classic.
right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Please stick around for refreshments and the opportunity to hang out with all of these fantastic players. We're grateful for everyone's time, our sponsors, Untitled Chapter, and number 8, Chris Cosentino, who helped really bring today together.
Well, folks, once again, we would like to thank Teva, Unicure, and the New Jersey Devils for making today possible. Special thanks also to Louise Vetter and Shelley Redmond for making the trip up to the booth today, and our thanks too to each of the players, officials, and staff for being at today's game, as well as all of the ticket holders who came and all of the viewers who watched. For the folks behind the camera and in the truck, thank you from Midnight Sports. We hope to see you again next year for the HD Hockey Classic. Until then, stay safe.